This video only exists for 3 reasons. The first one is that nobody in my real life wants to hear me whine about this stuff. The second one is to drive home the point that gear is such a personal thing and that everybody likes everything different. And the third one is to help new people who might be just buying gear to maybe look at features in a different way. I love my Ursack. This is the Ursack Major XL, and I've been using this for a couple years. When I started backpacking, like everybody else in the Canadian Rockies, when you start, bears are a real concern for you and how you manage and store your food. And I always used to hang a bear bag. I never thought a bear canister made sense because it can just disappear, and the bear bag was the only thing that I could think of. And I finally got tired of it, and I upgraded to the Ursack. The thing that I hate about this Ursack is when you tie it together at the top, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this opening here, and you cross these lines, and you thread this rope through 2 holes that are here. There's one on this side, and they cross, and there's one on the other side. So when you cross them and cinch this bag, and this is exactly why I hate this thing, this is why. This right here. This is the hole. If you can see that, I hope it's in focus. But this hole that you're supposed to feed that through is frayed. And you can't get the stinking thing through the way you want it to. I'm not very dexterous. I love this Outdoor Vitals Shadowlight 60. It's a 60-liter backpack. It's light. It has a removable frame, removable hip belt. It has a zipper in the middle, which I don't use what I thought I would, but it's cool. And it's actually just a really comfortable, really bomb-proof pack. There's a lot of things to love about this pack. I used it for several years before I upgraded. And the main reason I upgraded, not because I needed to, right? It's a good pack. Functionally, it's fantastic. It does all the things you want it to do. But I hate the way the hip belt is attached. The removable hip belt on this pack is attached by Velcro, which means that when you're walking, if it's not secured fully, you get that sound every step you make and every time it adjusts. So as you're walking, you hear. And it's the most annoying thing. If you're walking for 8 hours and you want to feel and hear your pace in Velcro tearing off the hip belt, go ahead. I love that. It's great for you. I didn't like it at all. But I do love the pack. It's a great pack. I kept the pack. I still use the pack. Beautiful hip belts, beautiful shoulder straps, super comfortable, super functional. I love this sleeping pad. This is the Big Agnes Rapide SL insulated, 25 by 72 inches. And this thing has made a world of difference in how I backpack. Up until I bought this, I was almost exclusively a hammock camper, unless I was going somewhere I could not camp in a hammock, which I avoided because I didn't want to sleep on the ground. The sleeping pad I had was not comfortable. This thing's warm enough, this thing's comfortable enough, I can sleep on my side, I can sleep on my back. It is a fantastic piece of gear. I hate the pump sack that comes with it. I used this when I first took this out the first time, and it took forever to blow this pad up. The way it connects is like flat, so you have to actually kind of fiddle around with it so that it's there, and it doesn't stand up straight, so you can't lean over top of it to fill up just the angles and the repetition and the finickiness of this thing drives me crazy. I would much rather just get to camp, set up my tent, pull this out, stand around and blow it up with my mouth. This piece weighs extra and just doesn't do. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I love my Garmin InReach Mini 2. This thing has made all the difference in the world to me. The battery life works for 5-6 days for a trip. It tracks, it allows me to send messages to my kid and my family when I'm out in the backcountry and have no service of any kind, no way to connect. It gives me peace of mind that I will be able to get out of the backcountry if something goes horribly wrong. And almost everything about this device I like. I've had it for 1.5 years. I did some research on a whole bunch of different devices before I bought it, and I specifically decided on this device because of some of the key features. One of the things that I overlooked in that process, and a feature that I didn't even think about when I bought this, and that really drives me crazy, is the way that this thing attaches to my shoulder or my bag or anything. This carabiner and this little tab at the back hook on, and it bounces, it flops, and it moves, and it twists, and if you're climbing up something, it moves and jumps around. So I hate the way that it connects to my pack. More often than not, I will find a way to attach it to my belt loop, or I will... You don't want to put it in a pocket because you want it accessible. It needs access to the sky. There's all sorts of reasons you don't want to put this in something. But it drives me crazy. The closest thing I've come to solving that is really tying a piece of shock cord onto my shoulder and looping it around this thing so that it doesn't bounce. I love my Superior Wilderness Designs Long Haul 50. I had it custom made. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Everything, almost everything about it I love. I've had it for just over 1 year, and it is the last backpack I will ever buy. It has a lot of the same things that the Shadowlight had. Right? It has a lot of those. It has some really nice big side pockets, has a detachable hip belt, has a removable frame. The thing collapses down to 35 liters or up to 50 liters. It has super comfortable, super capable weight-bearing transfer to your hip belt. It is just an incredible backpack. However, one of the reasons I bought it was because it has all these attachment points that you can attach compression straps to and get attachments, and you can strap things to it, and you can do all sorts of things. It is my forever backpack. Summer, fall, winter, spring, the whole thing. Because you can do all those things and attach everything to it. So I can use it in the summer as like a 40-liter pack, compressed down tight, nice and narrow. Or in the winter, I can expand it to the 50 and pack things in around it and make everything fit well for longer, harder, heavier trips. The thing about that, though, is these attachments that you get with it. Now, they are the reason I got it, but they're also the thing I hate about this pack. The way that these attach is with this clip right here. Hopefully you can see that really well. This clip has an opening. When you push down on it, you'll see that clip pop open. And that mechanism allows you to attach and detach straps to the pack everywhere, which is amazing, and I love that. However, that mechanism also, if there's no tension on it and you bump into something, opens and comes out. So the few times that I have used these bottom clips, I've actually lost one of these straps because I put my pack down and the strap opened and came off because there was no tension on it. I didn't have anything strapped to it. The other thing about these straps that I really don't like, they give you a lot of length. Now I understand there's functionality there. There's the ability, like if you're out somewhere, to strap anything into here. You can fit a bear can under this, no problem. right? Lots of space. We've got these things dangling all over. I have to tuck them in places because they're so long. Even the ones that come for the sides have an extra huge amount of length. Again, I get it, totally functional, because you can do all those things that I like to do. But when you don't need them, you just need a little one, you get a really long strap, and I hate that. If you're still watching, my name is Nathan. This is Backpacker-ish. Like, comment, subscribe, or don't, whatever.